we're back again for another review with me, Ruku. If you're watching directly on our channel, don't forget to subscribe. Please leave comments in the comment section box, because we'd like to hear from your beer experiences and what beers you want reviewing. If we can do them, we will. And also add us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/Ruku'sBeer. That's RUKU and then beer. So anyway, moving swiftly on. Today we're reviewing Duvel. Pretty much most of you people know Duvel or heard of Duvel. It's a class as a Belgian blonde ale, and it comes in at 8.5%. I don't know if we can get that. I do apologise, it is slightly dark here. There we go, 8.5. We're going to be, basically, in this review, we're going to be covering a lot of things. Obviously the taste, the look, what foods it probably goes with. Not only that, but we've got a little trick about Duvel, and we believe that only a handful of people know about this little trick that we're going to show you today. So stay tuned and we'll show you that. So yeah, let's get cracking. The beer itself is quite dense, you know, it looks quite dense there. The head looks quite white dense head, I'd say, quite creamy looking. It's got like a fruity smell. There's probably some sort of form of spices in there maybe, but it's got quite a fruity smell. The colour is like a darkish golden colour, like a, you know, I don't know what you'd call it, but it looks alright. You know, the head, good lacing, give it a good swirl. You know, look at the lacing, thick frothy head that just laces really well. I mean, look at all that, that is just sticks to the glass, great head. Right, let's crack on and have a good old taste. Complex flavours there. It's got a slight wheatiness to it, and it's quite sharp as well. There's a nice sharp taste. I'd say it's quite full-bodied. I've had it out. It's very good. I'm getting a slight sweetness as well, maybe. Again, a nice creamy head, and then you drink through, you get a sharpness and a wheaty sort of taste nearly. I would say you get your head first, you drink that, then it's that sort of wheaty taste maybe, and that sort of fruity smell all at the same time as you drink on down through the glass, and you get hit with a sharpness that eventually does go a little bit sweet. It's very minute, it's there, hardly recognisable, but it's really good. It's quite complexly balanced, I would say, for a beer of this calibre, you know. Basically, this beer has also been fermented for about 2 months before even being stocked on our shelves. You can buy this directly from us as always, or if you'd like, you can possibly get this in some of your supermarkets, or if you're American, you can get them in your convenience stores such as Walmart, Macros and places like that. I mean, there's probably a hell of a lot of stores out in America, but there are only a couple that I know of. Because, you know, I'm English and us Brits, well, we're not very good at American history, but damn it, I love you guys. You know, you guys have got some good beers out there in America. Moving swiftly on, I can basically tell you that this beer, other than being matured for 2 months before bottling and conditioning, was in actual fact a family brew, designed by the Moorgate family. And it still is today. We're on about, I think, about the 3rd generation of the Moorgate family, if not maybe more. And it was basically one guy's desire to make a beer that tasted like no other. And a little bit of information for you. Duvel, as it says there in the red writing, actually translates to devil. when you translate it from Flemish, which is the spoken language of Belgium. I mean, again, when you drink it, it's still that fruity smell, comes through the nose, and the sharpness. As you can see, over time the head's diminished. Again, still perfect lacing since I've been drinking some of this. So that's good. It always sticks to the glass. There's nothing worse than a watery head. You want a nice thick creamy head that's dense, that's going to get good lacing such as this. Not very much bubbles. I mean, you can just see a few bubbles. I do apologise if you can't see. The glass is quite cold. And to be fair, it is quite dark today. It's another gloomy day here in England. I'll tell you, our summers are non-existent here. So yeah, you can't really see it, but trust me, there are a few bubbles there right in the middle of the stem. It kind of lines up from here, so the bubbles are about there, coming up just in a single line. They're small, but they're coming up in a single line. So that's basically Duvel for you. The glass itself was designed by the grandfather of the Moorgate family. Don't know his name, so we'll call him Mr. Moorgate for argument's sake. And he basically designed this glass from scratch. He wanted it, the measurements and the blueprints. You know, he had the thickness of the stem, how big that was going to be, how the glass was designed. You know, the geezer was a fanatic. He wanted to make this beer as tasty as it can be. And my God, is it. So, food-wise, this is probably going to go with a lot of meats, such as your steaks. You know, more your meaty steaks, maybe like fillet steak and rump and sirloin. Or if you're in America, you guys, I do believe, have things like smoked and slow cooked meats and stuff. I mean, again, Duvel will be excellent with these type of meats. And the funny thing is, the more you drink this, and the more I'm getting used to this, the sharpness vanishes slightly because you get used to it. So it's not always a surprise waiting to happen for you. So that's it's got a little bitter taste as well, slight bitterness as well. I forgot to mention that, but there's a slight bitterness, but not too bad. It's tolerable. It's not like, you know, really outstandingly, but they're very nice. So that's Duvel. So now for the trick, and I'm pretty sure some of you that have actually bothered to watch this far would want to know what the trick is. So please stay tuned, because we're going to show you right now. So the trick is this. Believe me, it works, okay? I've already gone ahead and done this, so you don't have to, but I'm going to tell you and show you again. When pouring your Duvel, you pour it as you normally would a standard pint, you know, on the side, etc. But you leave about an inch, so you leave about that much in the bottle, where my finger is, approximately up to there, of beer. Okay, and do not, I repeat, do not pour it into that. And I'll tell you why. Because you leave a little bit in there, and what's left in the bottle after pouring is the sediment. And basically the sediment is all the good stuff. You know, it's all the, well, I say good stuff, but if you like, it's all the crap that comes out of the beer as such, if you can call it that. But I'm not an expert, but I do know this. You know, you keep it in there, and then you can either do this two ways, okay? Do it how we've done it, or you can do it another way. So that was the remainder of the Duvel in a different glass. I've done this purely to show you guys. Now just look at the colour. Compare it to that. You can see how much darker that is. Okay, Duvel there in the Duvel glass is golden loveliness, should we say, yeah? Just to prove it's not anything to do with the light fraction, it generally is that colour. And you see that? An opaque, completely misty colour, cloudy, yeah? And again, there's a comparison. That's without the sediment in it, and that's the remainder of the sediment. So you can either now do two things. You can either just drink that after you've drunk that and just hope for the best, or you can mix it in with that. So once you've got the sediment in the bottle, before pouring into this glass, what you need to do is shake the bottle like so, like that, just round and round, any old how, and shake it and mix it for about a minute or two. Once you've done that, pour it into your Duvel glass, or if you like, in a separate glass like we've done. You don't have to. We've just done it to show you. So I'm going to do it again. So bearing in mind, you'll be doing this in the bottle. So imagine this glass is the bottle and you're doing this. That is why it comes cloudy and opaque. You can't see through it. It's different colour. And then you can just pour it into your beer. Sounds stupid, doesn't it? Trust me, it works. So there you go. And now your Duvel has already changed colour. If you can see that, it's just ever so slight. It's gone cloudy, that pale looking colour, and the head's come back. But now, this is the amazing thing. Now you've mixed it from the bottle, hopefully. Again, I apologise for the eye focus. Why this is going blurry, it's the camera. Once you've remixed it and you've poured it back in, the taste will be different. And that's what I'm going to demo for you guys now. Fucking hell, that is like tasting another beer. That really is. When you remix it, there's no sharpness to it, and there's no bitterness. It's smooth and mellow. It's honestly, you get more fruitiness, surprisingly. You get more of the fruity taste to the actual beer. Somehow the body of the beer doesn't feel so thick and full. It feels sort of different. I don't know how, I don't know why, but the lacing in the mouth is different too. You get a bit more of a drier mouth, but the taste is a bit more pleasant. It's more mellowed down, less sharp, less bitter, and again, as I said, very, very cloudy. So yeah. So now we're going to go ahead and rate this. I would give Duvel, I mean, no matter how you drink it, if you want to take the tip I've shown you on board or not, try it for yourself or not. Either way, I'm going to give this beer an 8 out of 10. I really like it. It's full-bodied, you know, it's slightly bitter, the fruity smell. It's just a nice beer. And then when you remix the sediment, my God, it's like taking on another beer. So it's incredible. It really is incredible. So give it a go, guys. If you want to come in on this, get us on our Facebook page at facebook.com Ruku's Beer, which is R-U-K-U and then beer, all one word. Or subscribe to our channel and send us some comments below in the comment box on what beers you'd like us to review, or maybe tell us about some of your experiences you've had with similar beers. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen and beer fans alike. From Belgium, the marvellous Duvel.